Hey Haunters, welcome back. It's Steve and today I'm back with a brand new project. So as you can see behind me, I made this creepy little clock dude who I think is awesome. And today I'm going to show you how I made him. Now today's video is a little bit different than what I normally do. Normally I like to film my progress as I go along and speed it up for you so you can actually see the whole thing come to fruition. But this time I was actually intending on posting this as a photo tutorial on a website called Halloween Forum. Now if you don't know what Halloween Forum is, it's an amazing website with a great community of people who love to do the kind of stuff that I show you, build their own projects, they're really into home haunting. It's a great website full of great resources that you should definitely check out if you haven't already. So for today's video, what I'm going to do is actually talk about the finished project, and I will explain step by step what I did to get to this final piece. And along the way, I'm going to throw in some still shots of my progress because I took photos as I went along. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we are going to get started right now. So first things first, I bought this wooden plaque at Lowe's. It was about $7, I think, and it was just plain. It didn't have a finish on this. This finish is actually painted on with acrylic paint, but it was just plain unfinished wood. I had no intention of waterproofing it because it's not going to be out all season. It's just going to be out like the day before Halloween. It's actually going to be right in front of the door, the entrance actually to the haunt. So people are going to see it when they walk in. The idea is they will be waiting when they see the clock, hence the cute little time motif. So I started with the wooden plaque, and I also found at Michael's, it's kind of a build your own clock kit. So it comes with the guts, so it comes with the hands and the swinging pendulum down here, and the motor. So it's meant for you to make your own clock face, and then you put the guts inside the clock face, and then you can make a clock. So I bought that at Michael's. It was $25, but I had 50% off coupon, so it was like 12, 13 bucks, I guess. I can't math. And I drilled a hole through the wood base, and then I fit the clock parts through from the back, and then I used Gorilla Glue to hold it together. So then the actual face and the roof and the little house here are made of Sculpey polymer clay. So this clay was actually baked in the oven, and then it was painted with acrylic paint. So I did several finishes, I did a few washes. I had actually never sculpted anything out of clay before, so for my first try, I actually think this came out really good. Then after that, I adhered the clay pieces onto the wooden base with more Gorilla Glue, and I let it set overnight because it takes a really long time to dry. Then after all the clay pieces were set, I finished painting them, and then I decided that I wanted words above the top, and I was originally going to paint them, and then I thought I could do them in clay. With the help of my good friend Kat, she actually made the letters for me out of clay, and then we baked them. I adhered them onto the wooden base with Gorilla Glue, and then I went in and painted them green, just because I wanted this sort of like vine motif. I wanted it to be like wood mixed with nature kind of thing. Down here, I had actually painted the pendulum with a few light washes of acrylic paint, and then I went in and dry brushed some darker strokes in there to make it look like wood, and then I painted over it with some green to make it look like vines. So you can get it to keep going like that. So then after I had all of that finished, I went in and did a light wash of like an orangey color over the entire thing. It was a transparent wash, so it was mixed with a lot of water. And then I went in with a slightly yellow color and did streaks to kind of give it like a wood grain texture, and then I dry brushed some dark brown over it, and I think it came out looking like wood, like kind of like a door, and I really liked that. Then I had used this darker green here that I used on the vines and the letters, and I didn't think it popped enough. So then afterwards I went back in with a really light green wash, and I made it extra watery, and I kind of went in and soaked the paintbrush in some paint and then dipped it quickly in the water and kind of dabbed right at the points of the letters where I wanted it to drip. And it actually worked out really well because like right here, this drip kind of went around the eye and then continued down. And then there's some drips here that dripped off the roof. And I just think it looks really creepy and old. And then finally, I took this this leaf garland that I got at Dollar Tree, and I just kind of wrapped it around. I was originally going to cut the leaves off and like strategically glue them everywhere, but there are some like gourds and there's some like berries here, and I didn't feel like hot gluing anything on because this is already extremely difficult to store. So yeah. Then I also made sure to bend the hands upward and away from the clock face just because the eyes here are raised and I didn't want the clock hands to collide with the sculpture. And I actually bent the hour hand just enough so that it clears over the larger eye, and then the minute hand just clears the hour hand by the slightest bit, and then the second hand, the tail of it and the main point of it also bent a little bit more than the minute hand just so that they can safely overlap. And it looks a little creepy just because it's bent like that, and I really like how it came out.
And lastly, for the back, I screwed in some screws and I leveled them, and then I connected them with some picture frame hanging wire, and I took some hooks that you use to hang picture frames and strung them on the wire so that way they could clip onto the surface that I intend to hang the clock on. And that officially makes our latest project completed. I really love how this guy came out. I think he's going to make a great piece for the front of the haunt, and I'm happy that all the parts were actually made by hand, by me, and it's my own design. And I hope you like it too.
Hey guys, welcome back. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I know this one was a little bit different than most of my tutorials, but I promise I will have a normal tutorial up for you this week as well. This was just a little bit of a bonus video because, again, I wasn't originally intending on filming it. So, if you liked the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, tell me in the comments, hit the subscribe button, and even hit the notification bell if you're into that kind of thing. If you don't like the video, don't tell me because it'll hurt my feelings, okay? Thanks, and happy haunting.